There are 3 things you need to know if you want to create effective, high-converting, and profitable marketing to promote your business. First, you need to nail message to market match. Get this wrong and it doesn't matter how smart or creative your marketing is or how much money you throw at it, it's just not going to work. Next is something called connection content. This is a massive change from what used to work and sadly what most people are still doing today. But if you take a look at the top businesses in any industry, they're all using this strategy, so I'll show you exactly what it means and how to use it to promote your business. And lastly, you need to use algorithm leverage, but don't worry, it sounds way more complicated than it actually is. But this really is the key to explosive growth without becoming a workaholic or dying of stress in the process. Also, a big thank you to this video's sponsor, Issue, but more on that later. For now, let's dive right in with message to market match. Do you want to know the single biggest reason that most marketing doesn't work? It's not because it's not pretty or funny or clever or creative. Nope. The single biggest reason that most marketing doesn't work is simply because it's saying the wrong things to the wrong people. Or, to put it another way, the reason that most marketing doesn't work is because the offer that the business is making to its customers is either unrelated or unappealing. An unrelated message means that the words and the offer that the business is making is irrelevant. It's not being perceived as important. Saying something that people just don't seem to care about all that much and trying to sell something in a way that doesn't resonate with the customer's actual pains and problems and fears and frustrations. And this usually happens when the marketing message is too focused on the tangible features of something, like what someone actually gets, rather than the benefit-driven outcomes, which is the end result and all of the benefits that the customer will experience as a result of doing business with you. An unappealing message is simply a message that's packaged wrong. Or in other words, it's boring and forgettable and just blends in with everything else. And so time and money and energy get invested in these boring and irrelevant marketing messages, putting them in front of people and then wondering why nothing's working. It sounds harsh, I know, and I don't like to be the bad guy here. But fortunately, I do have a solution, which comes to you in the form of message to market match. Message to market match is pretty much exactly what it sounds like, and it really just means that you've done your homework and researched and have tried to understand what problems your potential customers are going through so that you can be the one to help present a solution and solve them. And you've spent the time to try to come up with an irresistible offer and marketing message that speaks directly to them, making them feel seen and heard and understood and valued. Get things right, and they'll buy, proving to you that this person thought that the value of what you were offering exceeded the cost required. But miss 1 or 2 important elements and they won't buy. And you can safely conclude that this person did not think the value of what you were offering exceeded the cost required. It's not personal. They don't think you're a bad person or even that the service or the product that you're offering is bad. It's just not worth it to them at this time. And the solution to this is to change their perceived level of value associated with your offer by clearly communicating the value and benefits it delivers to them in order to help them overcome their unique problems and challenges. In other words, you need to know your market, and then you need to make sure that your message matches and lines up with things that are actually important to them. Not by shoving your message down their throats, which sadly gives advertising and marketing a very bad name and reputation. Buy my stuff! But instead by showing them that you understand what they're going through and where they're coming from, and that you may have a solution that could possibly help them out. Something I love to say is that customers don't buy when they understand, they buy when they feel understood. Of course, there is a right way and a wrong way to do this, which is what creating connection content is all about. So let me walk you through exactly how to do that step by step in just a second. But first, a real quick message and big thank you from this video's sponsor, Issue. Issue is an all-in-one platform to create and distribute beautiful digital content, from marketing materials and magazines to catalogs and portfolios, in an easy-to-view way that looks great on every device. Whether you work for yourself or you're part of a team, Issue helps you optimize your content by turning boring old PDFs into immersive online flipbooks with links and embedded videos. Not only does Issue create a uniquely interactive reading experience, you can also take your Issue document to produce email graphics and GIFs and social stories that are automatically scaled for promoting across every channel, which explains why it's used by some of the biggest brands out there like Cambridge University, Hyatt, Etsy, National Geographic, and even NASA.
Houston, we do not have a problem.
Issue also works seamlessly with the tools you already use and love, like Canva, Dropbox, MailChimp, and InDesign, which makes it a great way to help your creative ideas come to life by sharing engaging content everywhere you want to be seen. Get started with Issue today by signing up for an annual account and get 25% off when you go to issue.com/go/Adam. The promo code Adam25 is already applied, so all you need to do is head over there after the video or click the link in the descriptions below. Okay, with that said, now it's time to talk about one of the most powerful marketing tools available to the modern day entrepreneur and marketer, and that is creating connection content. Can I tell you a secret? Now, I can't see you, but I can only imagine that you're nodding your head yes, so here it is. People don't like doing business with businesses. I know, crazy, right? Overly dramatic, Adam? But the good news is they do like doing business with people. Good news indeed, which means the more human and authentic you can make your brand and your business, the better. Now, I'm not talking about being unprofessional and sharing every flaw and folly of your entire operation. So, can you tell us about those insider trading accusations that came out last week? Nor am I talking about oversharing areas of your personal life that you don't want to or don't feel comfortable talking about. For example, you may or may not know and may or may not care that I'm married with 4 kids and a dog, and that I enjoy long walks on the beach, sunsets, and slow rock ballads with sweeping guitar riffs. And that's what most people get wrong when it comes to creating content and trying to be authentic and trying to build a real and genuine and actual relationship with your customers and with your audience. They think that in order to build a connection, they need to pull back the curtains and expose literally everything that's going on behind the scenes. But number one, as surprising as this may sound, your customers may not actually care all that much about what you had for lunch or what your every waking thought is.
What's the matter with you?
And number two, most importantly, connection and building trust and forming relationships is all about creating value. And value is created through service and empathy and sharing and caring and staring? No, don't stare. Staring's rude. But do focus on creating value-providing content. Content that helps answer customer questions and helps solve customer problems. And content that helps prove that you're a valuable and reliable and trustworthy expert that they can count on when they need help. And if you can do this with video, even better. You see, it's no secret that video is one of, if not the most effective form of communication available to you as a business owner, an entrepreneur, or a marketer. It doesn't matter what study or statistic or person you talk to, everyone is watching a whole lot more video online these days. Which means you should be making a whole lot more video online these days. First, it's what your customers want, whether it's long-form videos on YouTube, short-form videos on YouTube Shorts, or Facebook Reels, or Instagram Reels, or TikToks, or even long-form video like webinars and online hosted live streams or workshops. But there's another benefit as well to video, and specifically a certain kind of video that's getting an extra boost from the algorithm, which means you can get a lot more bang for your marketing buck by essentially getting the algorithm to do a lot of the heavy lifting and hard work for you, essentially pushing your content in front of more potential customers. So let me show you how to do that now by talking about algorithm leverage. Let's play a game for a second. You can be on the red team or the blue team. The red team spends 60 minutes making a piece of content, a blog post, let's say. They do a little keyword research, find an interesting headline, type it up, and post it to their blog. Then they take a few snippets and quotes from it and post to social media as text with the hopes of driving traffic back to their blog. Not bad, and until a couple years ago, this strategy actually worked out pretty well. But now, let's introduce the blue team. The blue team spends around the same 60 minutes making a piece of content, but they decide to do it with video first. Now, video's kinda new to them, so it's not perfect or pretty, but they get it done nonetheless. Then they take that video content and use the audio from it to create a podcast. They use an automatic transcription software to turn it into a PDF, and using Issue, of course, they turn that PDF into an immersive online flipbook. Then they take quotes and clips from that and turn them into tweets and captions and other social media posts and stories. And then they take the best clips from the video and turn them into short-form vertical videos to be posted on YouTube as Shorts, Facebook and Instagram as Reels, and TikTok as, well, TikToks. And the algorithm loves this consistency and frequency, and so it rewards them with more reach, more exposure, more engagement, and more of everything. So the blue team wins, while the red team is left playing catch-up, trying to figure out what went wrong. And if you'd like even more ways to effectively promote your business, I've put together a video right here with 10 of my top marketing strategies. So make sure to check it out now, and I'll see you in that next video. The next thing that we need to do is we've got to figure out what kind of content are we going to make? And that leads us to content type. Now, what I'm going to suggest here is that we need to establish a content type.